What is up, everyone? Today we're going to be covering the new Godzilla movies that we are going to be getting in the next couple of years. One of them, the most anticipated one, is Godzilla X Kong Supernova. With an insane amount of information going around about who Godzilla could possibly fight, we're going to be trying to dig into that a little further in today's video, along with the other sequel we'll be getting, which is -1 sequel. And there's actually another movie coming out, another Godzilla movie. And then there's also a talk of possibly Shin Godzilla having a sequel. Now, that would be really awesome. We're not for sure. If you guys know any more about that, comment it down below, and I'd be glad to check it out. But yeah, guys, so there is a lot of speculations on who Godzilla could fight in this next movie. And a lot of people are saying, well, maybe Godzilla will turn into Space Godzilla, which will absolutely, that would be sick if that was the case. And more people are speculating that maybe Evolved Godzilla is going to end up fighting Space Godzilla, which would also be an insanely awesome and anticipated movie. And that'd be the first time in history that Godzilla has fought a Godzilla in an actual movie. Now, the only thing that is a little worrying is none of that could be the option, but we could get a completely new and different monster. And the only issue about this is that the monster could be really bad. But if they play it right, if they play all the cards right and put it together right, then the movie should be pretty good. But that is the one thing that worries most fans, is that this new monster, if that is the case, if that's what we're going to be getting, if that is the case, we're really hoping it's going to be something awesome. Because there are so many ways this could go wrong. And with it being a completely, Evolved Godzilla, the MonsterVerse, everything about that is one of the most, loved Godzilla films of all time, all 5 movies. Kong Skull Island, a lot of people don't really count as technically a Godzilla movie, but it technically is. But, yeah, so the MonsterVerse has been a loved Godzilla part. I love it to death. It is my favorite. I started off on the 2014 Godzilla movie, Godzilla vs. the Mutos, obviously, and that was the one I love the most. Now, there is also things that are going to be expected in the new Evolved, the new movie for the MonsterVerse, which is Godzilla X Kong Supernova. Another thing that they're possibly speculating is that Godzilla is going to be looking a bit different. And there were some, possible illustrations, some fan art of what it could be. So, one of them was Godzilla have white dorsal plates. Now, the reason this would be is because in the movie we just had, Godzilla did not fully control his energy yet. As you can tell, he just was learning how to even get anywhere near his true power. And he wasn't even done really controlling it. As you can see, his power was literally coming out of his eyes, his radiation. It was insane. Now, the thing is, this new look is highly anticipated, and I'm pretty sure Godzilla's going to be a bit different in this next movie because, obviously, the entire setup. But the one thing people are thinking about Space Godzilla possibly being in the movie is the fact that there were some pointers in the movie, some little hints pointing towards Space Godzilla, like the the exploding star and stuff like that. So that is a very interesting thing. And then -1, which is another awesome movie. I love that movie. A lot of people liked it for the romance. I wasn't really in it for that. I was kind of just there to watch Godzilla. That has been that one was peak. That was awesome. And we're going to have a sequel. And you can already tell they're setting up a sequel from the end of the movie. If you guys have not watched that, I will not spoil it for you. But it was you could already tell from the way it ended that there's most likely going to be a second. And here we are with the one in development right now. It's going to be really cool. -1, I think, is supposed to be a bit taller, a bit different, have a bit of different looks. Now, the one thing a lot of people are wondering is, who is he going to fight? And I have no idea. I've tried to look into this. I couldn't really figure out who he was going to fight, because there are so many different things they could pick. They could pick so many different characters, different kaijus. There's so many different things that Godzilla could end up fighting, and I guess, like I said, we'll have to wait till eventually the trailer comes out, and there'll probably be little hints to what Godzilla will fight, and same with the Godzilla X Kong Supernova. Now, the one thing I'm really looking forward to is seeing both of these movies, and there's another movie that will be coming out somewhere else, and that'll be a pretty cool Godzilla movie. So technically, there are 3 in development, I think, right now. And then Shin Godzilla's sequel is a mystery. Now, people are saying it's in development, but I don't know right now. I haven't really looked into it too much. And I was trying to think of how they could possibly go off of this. Now, there were some illustrations on what could possibly take place in the next Shin Godzilla movie if it were to happen. They had a illustration with Shin Godzilla actually having wings. And That would be insanely interesting, but it would make sense since, Evolved Godzilla does mutate constantly. We saw him literally change 4 forms, and technically 5, because there's creepy humanoid Godzillas in that movie. So, high expectations if that is a sequel. But guys, I guess we will have to figure that out. If you guys want to, comment down below. Let me know what you think is going to take place in these movies, and which one you look forward to the most. But guys, like and subscribe. We are trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. But guys, anyways, I will catch you in the next one. We will probably have a video in about 4 or 5 days. So stay tuned.